Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, I'm very happy to have you here. Welcome to my channel, to our community. Today I'm here with a very unique fragrance. You guys don't want to miss this review. This is something I've been meaning to or wanting to review for a very long time now. I finally got around to doing it. This one is none other than Tom Ford's Lavender Extreme, you guys. I have so many thoughts that I want to share with you guys about this fragrance. If you want to hear what they are, please keep watching. So you guys, this is what the packaging looks like. Isn't that stunning? There's a silver plate right here, as you can see, with the name on it. And the whole box is stunning silver. And just wait till you see the actual fragrance. Oh my goodness, how stunning is that bottle, you guys. Now, you guys know I reviewed Tom Ford's latest release, Tom Ford Soleil Brillant, and that one was basically the same thing in gold, right? And this one is silver, which is also super stunning. Oh my goodness, let me take it out. This one's also a fingerprint magnet. Obviously, you guys, you have to keep it wiped. I didn't bother today, but look at that stunning bottle. In fact, when it first came out, obviously I wanted it for the bottle first, but then I heard that it's lavender. The reason why I'm very intrigued by this fragrance, you guys, is because of that lavender accord, that lavender note, because you can hardly ever find good lavender fragrances, you guys. I don't know if it's hard to make or what, but it's becoming more and more popular now, I think. You guys know my favorite lavender fragrance right now is Maison Lancome's Lavande Triangle. That one is a gorgeous lavender herbally lactonic fragrance. I love that milk accord with the lavender in that fragrance, which I really think softens the herbally aspect of the lavender in that fragrance. But as you guys know, it's been discontinued. It's very hard to find. The other beautiful fragrances with lavender note in my fragrance collection that come to my mind are Mont Guerlain by Guerlain, and then also YSL Libre. Those are two examples, but the lavender note isn't all that dominant in those fragrances, except for the Maison Lancôme one, which is discontinued. And this one right here, you guys, is an unmistakably lavender fragrance. This is Lavender Extreme. It is an extreme lavender fragrance, you guys. There's no mistake. When you spray this on, you know it's lavender. So you guys, I don't have to spray this fragrance. Woo, I can smell the lavender from over here. But I will spray it just for the sake of this video on my clothes. Oh, wow, you guys. This one is basically hit you in the face with lavender. Lavender, as you know, is a beautiful, purple flower. It's actually an herb, more than a flower. It's a very herbal flower note in fragrances. So it's obviously slightly herbally, this fragrance. The lavender, like I said, is the most dominant accord in here. Next to it being aromatic, this is super aromatic. It's a very lavender aromatic fragrance. There are some spicy notes in here, some beautiful spicy notes. There is tonka bean, there's coumarin. I will get into all that here in a second. Lavender is the showstopper. Lavender runs the show in this fragrance. So that being said, as you guys know, lavender is usually traditionally used in more masculine fragrances. So this obviously is a unisex fragrance, as most of Tom Ford fragrances tend to be. It's a unisex fragrance. Females and males can wear this, but in my opinion, this leans a little bit more masculine because of the strength of that lavender. Now, my other fragrances that I mentioned with that lavender note, it's sort of tamed. It's there, but it's kind of blended and a little bit more, you know, dance with other kind of accords. Whereas in this, lavender really comes through. It dominates. It calls probably for a special occasion, because lavender is, like I said, it's a calming note, a scent. You know, you get lavender in a lot of the candles and essential oils and stuff. A very common kind of fragrance note, if you ask me. And therefore, maybe it calls for a special occasion. I wouldn't say this is a fragrance for like a sexy occasion. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say this is a fragrance for, you know, going out either. It's quite expensive. This is from the highest, most expensive line. This is $350, you guys, this fragrance right here. You know, not something you just want to wear around the house to feel calm and relaxed. You know what I mean? Which is what this is most appropriate for. But I would say you can wear this out. It's a very aromatic lavender, vanilla, warm, spicy, sweets, fresh, spicy, cinnamon, woody, herbally, balsamic scent, you guys. It opens with this beautiful powdery violet note with lemon, I believe, a citrus note in the opening. Very much like that violet is very powdery, and then in the middle, of course, you get that massive dose of lavender with cinnamon, rose, and geranium. So geranium, as you know, is a note that complements rose very much. But I gotta say, you guys, I barely pick up the rose in here, because that lavender, as I said, really overpowers everything else in this fragrance. I get the slight hint of maybe cinnamon a little bit, but lavender really kind of dominates all the other middle notes, in my opinion. I barely pick up the rose in here. Towards the dry down, I am starting to smell the rose a little bit more. And in the dry down, I'm smelling that gorgeous tonka bean with coumarin in the dry down, you guys. Definitely. So as it dries down, I'm smelling more of that rose, the tonka bean very much so, and coumarin. Coumarin is this weird fragrance notes. It actually looks exactly like tonka beans, really. It is a weird note that can go kind of herbal hay-like or kind of toasted almond-like. It's a weird fragrance note. Yeah, I can smell that coumarin. In this case, it's going sort of almond and hay, actually. And then mixed in with that tonka bean, which is a very much a vanilla smelling fragrance note. It's actually really beautiful, the dry down. In the dry down, that lavender is not very dominant at all. So it starts out real strong, the lavender stays in the middle, very strong almost until the dry down. And then it dries down, you guys, to a slight hint of lavender with that beautiful tonka bean and coumarin. I think the dry down is really, really beautiful. That burst of lavender, it's really calming and relaxing. The type of occasion I thought about this fragrance, I would definitely think it's a nighttime occasion. This is not a fragrance for the daytime. I would say it's more like a close encounter, kind of a date night at home type of fragrance. Maybe that dry down, like I said, very nice, very delicious with that tonka bean. I wouldn't call it a date night fragrance for women anyway. Maybe men can pull it off for date night, and I wouldn't call it a daytime fragrance. It's more of a nighttime fragrance, and like I said, the dry down is gorgeous with that tonka bean and the little hint of coumarin in the dry down. I get the cinnamon towards the dry down more, slight hint of rose, but mostly what you smell is lavender. And I've been looking for a lavender fragrance, and I got myself a lavender fragrance, you guys. This is Tom Ford Lavender Extreme. So guys, that's my review of this very unique lavender fragrance. You don't really find that many lavender fragrances, especially lavender dominant fragrances on the market. So this is a very unique one Tom Ford released. It's expensive, yes. I actually got it on Sephora VIB sale. By the way, guys, almost all of my Sephora VIB part 2 items are here. I'm waiting for one more, which should be here on Thursday. So I'm going to be doing that Sephora VIB sale part 2. Stay tuned for that for sure. That's going to be around the corner. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload. I will see you guys in my next video.